Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday. Got a dreaded red shirt day today. Unfortunately, the market was down 2.1%. It was down a little bit more. It rallied up a little bit at the end, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. But we ended up with a manufacturing report that came out. It was showing some softness in the manufacturing area. It really has shifted from, hey, fear of inflation to fear of recession. But we saw this a lot in August. Some of the numbers that came out, the market fell pretty hard. Still ended up in August and actually finished really well, the last week. So, we'll see how this plays out. September, as I mentioned before, historically is the worst month of the year. It's the only one, if you look at the S&P 500 going back to 1928, that actually has a negative average rate of return, down 0.6%, but not terrible. But if you look at the Dow and you go back to 1896, as we talked about on the show on Friday, during presidential years, the S&P 500 actually has a slightly positive rate of return during September. So, we'll see what happens as far as that goes. I just think there's too much unknown that are happening right now. The Federal Reserve is going to be lowering rates. Is it going to be a quarter point? It's going to be half a point, those types of things. The half a point jumped up from about 30% probability to 37% probability today, in the futures market. So obviously with this softer info, we're seeing some more, thoughts that could happen. I'd be surprised, but hey, I don't never know. And then of course we have the scenario where, we're looking at the election and all of these other things that are happening. Got the big jobs report that'll come out to tell about the jobs for last month. And, these are things that the market's concerned with. However, I think this is just a situation where, there's some, motion that happened this year. The market was up tremendously, and it just kind of unwinds some of that during the same time frame, actually, as last year, July, August, September, and probably through to October. We had some softness. Maybe this year is different because we might be cutting rates in here, but it's not an unusual situation. We can still have a really good year, still have a really good November, December. We just kind of have to, close our eyes to these time frames and hope for the best. And obviously, you want to watch for real breakdown. Primary trend broke down today on the 1 hour chart, but it's still very much so intact on the 1 day, the 1 month, and the 1 week chart. So, this is just kind of the normal part of what happens with the markets. Could go down further easily than where it is. But nonetheless, nothing to worry about until we start to break through some of these other barriers as far as that goes. Would have been nice to hit a new all-time high this week. Going to be a little bit harder to do that now that we've retraced so much of the gains that we got from last month. But anyway, look forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow. I think it'll be a really interesting time to see what's going on with the market and to watch carefully what's going on. But I'll talk to you then. Thank you.